What's up? How's it going? So, I'm actually pretty tired, but despite that, tonight's gonna be a fairly long stream. I've got a lot that's going down tonight. Yeah, well, thankfully I'm starting early, but I have a lot going on tonight. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing the Hatching Tot event tonight, which usually doesn't take long. Somebody said last night that it was a feat, so I'll grind that out a little bit. Once finished with that, I'll go ahead and do a lot of the daily stuff. I'm going to do everything as the Gunbreaker for now, and then later on, before I get out of here, try to hope that there's some of those people out there that didn't get their weekly read-in, or maybe, yeah, you know, hopefully, we'll see. And do the raid tonight. That for Eden's game stuff. But we'll see how that goes. I've got a lot I'm going to try to do, and I'm also going to try to get my Beastrum quest stuff out of the way, and also do my roulettes with the Gunbreaker. So that's what's on the plan, on the menu and everything for tonight. So hopefully everything does go well. I'm not gonna really... Sorry. Let me clear my throat. Not really gonna try to waste too much time tonight again. I'm gonna be on here probably for a long time. And hopefully everything does actually go well. Alright. Let's go ahead and run to the Gold Saucer first, and then I'll, actually, let's go ahead and do this. I'll go to the Gold Saucer after, because I've already missed the potential gate, and I would really like to do one of those tonight. If, maybe Leap of Faith spawns next, or maybe the next one, who knows. So, I don't exactly know where this starts. thinking Limsa, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay, I saw it. Limsa Lamenta. Or not Limsa Lamenta, Nugredania. Again, I'm very tired tonight. I don't know what happened. I was actually fairly wide awake, and for some reason, this random hint of fatigue is nestled in on me. So, I kind of started my vlog for this week, where I'm going to be doing like this, as a lot of you know, the COVID-19's officially affected me and my job, so I have a lot of spare time on my hands now, and I don't know if it's for the best, but anyway, I started my week vlog that I'm going to do. It's not a week long, so don't worry there, but it's a vlog that's going to partake in each day of this week of me having this extra spare time, and I plan on doing a lot of things, and I started today, didn't really do a whole lot, and I'm hoping closer to later in this week I can start doing a lot more with it. We'll see. It should still be fairly interesting. I'm gonna have a different opinion about things every day, of course. This is a song that I like occasionally, but I cannot hear it too much or it drives my brain insane. Okay, and we all know the glam this year's a little rabbit suit. I'm not in it for that. I'm kind of in it for the event and also like the housing items, if there is housing items. Anyway, the Ravelrous Rabbit in the Revelrous Rabbit in Mikote's amphitheater wishes to share the joy of hashing Todd with you. Okay. What's up, William? How's it going? Come one, come all, for hatching Todd is upon us once more. Well, if it isn't Tonberry back to enjoy the festivities for another year, are we? I could not be more pleased to welcome you once again. Do you not recognize me? It's your old friend, Jihili Alepo. And before you ask, yes, this costume is the result of yet another vision. I but recently dreamt that a veritable horde of hippity-hoppity rabbits descended on the realm for hatching Todd, delighting children far and wide with their button-cute noses and cotton-white tails. Why rabbits, you may ask? And the question is a valid one. After all, rabbits do not lay eggs, nor are they traditionally associated with the archons in any way, or in any particular way. Unfortunately, I have no answers to that question, and yet so vividly do I remember the smiles on the faces of each and every youngling in my dream that I swore I would bring this vision of hatching Todd to life. Might you be so kind as to lend me a hand? Sounds excellent to me. I can't find no excuse not to. Oh man, double egg puns. Oh, thank you, my friend. With your aid, I have no doubt this year's incarnation of Hatching Tide will be the most exciting extravagant yet. And so, without further ado, I would encourage you to seek out my associate, Nonata, near the Carline Canopy. shall be most happy to enlighten you as to how you might assist us in making this year's festivities something to remember. Okay. Kanzaki, what is up? How's it going? I've been pretty good, William, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I've been better, I've been worse, you know, one of those kind of things. But, you know, I'm doing decent. Yeah, it'd be easier just to do this. You know, so I thought. Okay, yeah, it wasn't far off at all. The happiest of hatching tides to you, my dear. I'm looking for Nonata. And to you. That voice. I mean, we kind of already know. You recognize me? Oh, how astute you are, my adventuring friend. Indeed, it is none other than I, Nonata. Now pray tell, what might I do for you? Come to help with the festivities, you say. Your presence is most welcome. And then some Jihili. Oh, and then some exclamation mark. Jihili and I have our hands, or should I say paws, full here, and we would be most indebted to you for your assistance. Allow me to explain. In the hopes of turning this year's hatching tide into a true event for the ages, we scoured the realm, and procured a host of chickens that would lay for us the most remarkable eggs. Sadly, the other day, I got distracted for a moment and neglected to properly shut the door to the storehouse, where we keep them. Before I knew it, the birds had all flown the proverbial, or literal in this case, coop. Nevertheless, to say without our hens, there can be no eggs, and without our eggs, there can be no hatching tide. Surely you can see our plight. And so, I beg of you, my friend, please go out there and catch our precious birds before they're swallowed up by the beast that prowl the wood. I have but one more small request for you, and that is you don one of these lovely rabbit suits and wear it while you go about the deed. Why, you ask? Well, it is suffice to say that Jihili's vision have never led us astray before, and I do not expect this to change. You may be skeptical now, but believe me, once you put it on, you'll not readily want to part with it, and that is why I'm happy to say that we will be happy to gift one to you, in commemoration of your efforts should you see the task through to completion. Okay. Rabbit. No, chicken catching Tom. Fun. Huh. So where do I go? Central Shroud. To the fate. Oh, well, I could go this way. That'd probably help. wonder if it's going on at the moment. Oh, it's the umbral calamity. Okay, what a name. It's nice to see newer players in the game, or at least people working on newer classes. They didn't play around with this location. It's way out here. Not going on at the moment, though, so there's that. Got a little time to spare. So is this rabbit suit dyeable, or is it already pink? I've seen a lot of pink. I don't really know. It's curious. Hello, zombie. How are you? Glad you could make it. You gotta talk to the NPC to get your rabbit suit before the fate starts. Ah, okay. I can hurry up and do that really quick. Which NPC is it? Is it Nonata or the other guy? The help me NPC? Which one is that? Nonata, maybe? Or like they got the amphitheater. Nonata's like right over here. I'll talk to her first. I was curious because everybody had a suit but me. Oh, she's not over here anymore, so it has to be the other guy. Oh, the one at the area? Oh. That's such a long ride back. God, I can't go out that door. Or can I? Talk to this guy. Let me out of here. Jesus. Oh, well, that makes more sense, I guess, actually. I went the wrong way. Oh, I might miss the fate this time, but that's okay. Why is that other gate even there? I also wish that we could ride mounts in the city-states. So, zombie, how was the Monday? Hopefully it was pretty good. Well, that would be my fate. Eh? It's actually the first time I've seen somebody with a Spriggan mount. Well, no, not the first, but in the wild. Thanks, friend, you're a true lifesaver. I didn't really read the rest of that. How many of these chickens you gotta catch? How do you even catch this thing? Should have read this tutorial. I'm just pressing X and circle. Have I even caught a single bird? Did I even catch one? I don't know. It said I completed it though. What's up, Troy? New Persona 5 Royals out? That's, yeah, it's the day. It's gonna be a while before I start playing it. That's cool, though. I will play it eventually. I'd like to see the changes. It'd be a fun game to revisit as well. Do some things a little differently. Oh, no, not a. She was over here. Welcome back, friend. I'm pleased to inform you that we've counted our chickens, and they've all safely returned to the coop. Truly, you have done us, no, all of Eorzea, a great service this day. And without further ado, I must report back to Ji and share these good tidings. Eh? If you have no other pressing matters, pray join me. I'm quite certain our lead celebrant will want to offer her thanks in person. Finally, you finished leveling all your crafters, Nos. And Steven, how's it going? How was the Monday, Steven? Hopefully it was pretty good. And again, congrats, Zombie. That's a lot of work for crafters. Really, the only thing slightly, I don't even know if you can say, gosh, I don't even know how to, really the only thing I did today was, like, technically last night / this morning beat, Mortal Kombat 10, and then started 11 today. That's pretty much all I've done today. And watched the latest episode of Westworld. That's just getting juicy. I love Westworld. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. It's a good show, especially if you got HBO. Got your ninja to 80, nice. And also sorry, I was reading the crafters thing, but congrats, no doubt. I'm hoping I can get this Gunbreaker to level 80 pretty soon. I'd like to see what it's like at the end. It's starting to get a little bit more intricate with its rotation, though, I've noticed. Nonata, Anton Berry. I hear that in no small part thanks to you, our most confounding chicken conundrum has been solved. I found your chickens, alright. Exceptional work, if I do say so myself. What was that face? He's blue? Is that it? Yes, you are truly a paragon among adventurers, an exemplar of, forgive me. At any rate, thanks to you, we can at long last begin the festivities in earnest. Let the curtain rise on Hatching Todd. On a Hatching Todd to remember. As promised, you will now be rewarded with a stylish rabbit costume of your very own. So rabbish. Would be most appreciative. Oh man, they were really trying on that one. Oh, that doesn't quite work, does it? No, it doesn't. If you could don it for the duration of the festivities and add a little extra touch of charm and delight to the celebration. And with that, I'd best get back to my post before the chickens run off again. What's up, Rez? 8 more classes to go. Nice. Don't tell Nanana I said this, Tom Berry, but I'm counting on you as much as anyone to make this year's Hatching Todd a resounding success. Promise that you won't go far, will you? Well, I got my rabbit suit. This marks the conclusion of the first quest. For this, the first quest, there's going to be multiple quests. I wonder if this is going to be like a reoccurring thing where they have like 2-parters to like the quests. I guess maybe they're trying to make more of a story out of it, maybe to get more people involved. People like me who are, I grinded the first part, get the stuffs, and then it's over with. I don't really ever do them again until the next year. So, I don't know. The second quest will be available. Yeah, please check the lodestone. I wonder when that's gonna be. Has anybody already checked the lodestone? I wonder if I've got enough room in the saddlebag. Can you not put this in the saddlebag? I'll give it to my retainer here in a little bit. I don't want it to go to my armory. It's already scarcely full. Okay. Is there a person that you can exchange? Was there one down here? These egg things for? Maybe they're over here. Surely it's this one. Why do you exchange the eggs? Good morning, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatching Todd festivities? A fledgling festival. Hatching Todd was born of a prophetic dream visited upon a Gredanian maiden named Gili Alepo. In her dream, the 12 Archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the Sixth Umbral. Okay, yeah, this is old news. Can you not trade that stuff? Can't get yourself to do that quest. The outfit's just too damn ugly. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna be wearing it myself, but somebody out there's, I'm sure, into it. Can you not exchange these eggs for anything? Whoa! How do you get this suit? Is this Dodd? It looks like a panda suit. What do you even do with these eggs? Can you do anything with these? Oh, okay. I see you. Egg advocate. Rabbit head, rabbit suit. I already got it. Stuffed rabbit. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit more. Hatching Todd advertisement, FOV. So you get FOV, I think, for doing both of these. I'm gonna go do it one more time. Wait, do you have to wear the new rabbit suit, or do you talk? Oh no, you talk to the guy at the feet. Yeah, I'll go do this one more time and get the FOV. That way I can get the stuffed rabbit for the free company house, and then also get a little advertisement thing. Do we already have that at the free company house? Does anybody already know? I don't think we do we? If so, let me know before I go do it. But if not, I'm gonna go do it. At least I can get the rabbit for my private quarters if we do already have it. So I'll go do this one more time. Hopefully, it won't take too long. It seemed pretty easy to do. I don't even know if I actually... had any problems there. And all my vitals are looking good for now, Steven. I don't know. Maybe we just gotta get a quick refresh or something. Could have just been possibly a YouTube thing as well. All vitals are definitely good over on Twitch and on PC here. But I mean, you never really know, this COVID-19 thing going around. All these streaming, like, everybody's working from home, so things are a bit more difficult, a bit different. And it's all good, Steven. Actually, let's ride this guy. It's been a while. Actually, let's do this guy. Just, it's gonna take a while. For the tunes. Welcome back, Steven. So, Rez, how was your Monday? Did you get into anything cool, or get anything progressively progressed? I don't know. I really didn't do a lot. Like, literally, like I said a little while ago, all I've done today was I finally beat MK10 last night / this morning and started MK11. That's literally basically all I've done today. I mean, I went over to my girlfriend's house, and yeah, it pretty much wraps up my whole day. Wasn't there the person here? Isn't this the spot? Or is it farther down? This was the spot, yeah? Yeah. So is this suit dyeable? Did anybody else figure that out? Because I've seen yellow, pink, blue. It is dyeable. Staying at home. I feel you. I mean, I basically mostly stayed at home today. That's cool, though, that it's dyeable. I mean, at least you can do your Donnie Darko thing you were talking about, Riz. That is if you decide you want to do this feat and whatnot. Maybe it won't be too long until this starts. You gotta admit, though, it may not be the prettiest thing, but they hit it with the cute factor. Not a lot to grind for, though, for sure. Unless, I guess, you want multiple rabbit suits with, Oh yeah, wrong one. Oh, I totally get it now. I haven't been targeting anything. I understand it now. I've been wondering why X didn't do anything for me. It doesn't really matter. It's definitely a group effort, which it should be, just by the style of thing this is. Good deal. I actually got more that time. I got like 15 of these things. How many do I have now? 15. Makes sense. Can you give this stuff away? Is it tradable or sellable? If so, honestly, if you don't want to do this, I could probably just give this stuff to you. It's probably not though, is it? Unsellable. Market prohibited. Shit, I was literally about to just give it to you. That's kind of lame sometimes with some of that stuff. I guess they'll market on it next year, sell it on the Mog Station. That's why. No, no! I need to go back to, Gridania. Oops. Almost messed that up. Email! Random email. So, you been playing Summoner? Yeah, Summoners are squishy. So much to manage, and yeah, that's the only downfall about Summoner. Not only are they squishy, you're continuously watching your cast tobs. And I want to tell you, you get used to it, but you don't. They're squishy. It doesn't take much to kill a Summoner, unfortunately. Try PvP as a Summoner. That's the real eye-opener there. Oh man. Talk about a Tom. You know what? I know Zombie said she already had a stuffed rabbit, but why not? Why not get just another stuffed rabbit? Poke one somewhere. Or I could actually, yeah, I'll get an extra one of these. I'll have one of the stuffed rabbits for my room. And then maybe a hatching tot advertisement for the room, and then one for the free company house as well. That is, you know, if you want to keep your rabbit, yeah, I'll just do that. It's fun. You've already got one set up somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. That'll be a fun game to do. Jeepers! Talk about playing Summoner. That was something to come home to. There's a dragon in the yard! Huh? Okay, going on a rabbit hunt. Guessing it's downstairs. The porgy or porksy.
Of truths that once rang clear, two souls
Did you already place it, or is it like a gonna happen thing? Haven't done anything with it. Oh, well, that makes sense. If you want, I mean, I can place it in here. It's totally fun. In all truth, I don't know where I'm going to put this painting or advertisement thing. I wonder if it can go right there. I always forget that you gotta do this. Oh yeah, it's almost oh, no, it's wad. It won't work there. Huh. Where would it work? Nowhere down here. Possibly somewhere in the hallway, though. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, it's super perfect. I mean, you wouldn't notice it at first, but then you look over like, oh, that's nice. You have two. Oh, okay. You don't even know how the other spells will be once you get them? You'll never find it. You hold it? Summoner's fun. I mean, obviously, I main it all the time. I really love it, but the thing about it is, I don't know. It's hard to explain, really, in a lot of ways. It's really fun, and I'm never going to get tired of it, obviously. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like, I don't know. They're just squishy. It's like the best way I know to put it. There's a lot to it, a lot of spell casting. They're very squishy. Not to mention, you really got to worry about your Eggy a lot, which that does actually get easier. once you get used to what Eggy to use at what Tom, and you know all the placement of things like that, it's not too bad. But getting to that point sometimes is what gets a little tricksy. Wonder if I can put this rabbit on top of. Oh, you can't. I was hoping I could put it on top of the little mochi. It's not a mochi. What is it? What is this thing? I know the name of it, and I can't think of it right now. Macaroon. That's it. It looks nice. A little festive. Actually brightens up the room a little bit. This room could use a little something, something. Kinda did the trick. A lot to micromanage to get the monstrous DPS. I feel you there. I mean, there's a... I mean, you can't die for one, which is sometimes, like, doing certain things can be a dilemma. It just depends on the content you run, really. But I wish they had better defense. If there was anything, they used to have better defense, believe it or not. When Totten used to be much more of a thing, like, you could almost tank with a summoner. Now it's deliberately 100% not an option. Totten sucks now. He's honestly a waste of game space. The fact that they've made him so useless now, I don't know why he's even still part of... I guess it's because the story essence of the summoner. I don't really know. But when Totten was more relevant, things were a lot more manageable. You could solo more things. You could just not have to worry about a lot. You had a tank with you at all times, basically. And Totten is just, over the years that I've played this game, slowly gotten more useless. Ifrit getting a lot more stronger, and Garuda already was... I didn't even read what the gate was. But yeah, already AoE based, much more AoE based these days. Leap of faith. Yeah, I'll do it. Forget this class had raise? Oh yeah. I didn't forget that. I hear it a lot. Doesn't work that fast? I feel ya. Why would a caster DPS class need more defense if they should not be tanking? Oh, I feel you. The reason I think it should use more defense though is just because it is... Oh shit, there's a jump there. It's just too squishy sometimes to me. It's gotten squishier over the years as well. Again, like I said, when Totten was much more relevant than what he is now. Like, a good example to why I think it should, you know, be much more relevant, so to speak, is not for, like, things, like, that are, most commonly ran, you know, like, not instances, such as, you know, Roulette, you know, nothing like, Trials. Well, I don't know, Trials, questionable. Trials questionable, I'll leave it at that. But definitely not like, most dungeons. I'll say most dungeons and leave it with that. But like a good example was like Palace of the Dead, and then also, Heaven on High. Oftentimes, when you're in those things, you don't really need a tank. And sometimes not necessarily a healer. They are definitely a little bit more essential, especially if you're trying to make good progress. But the past shows, if you watched my old, which I'm sure you did at least watch a little bit of it, my old Palace of the Dead runs that I was doing with my brother and I had a friend, Red One, that was playing at the time as well. and we all did a lot of Palace of the Dead and a little bit of Heaven on High, but mostly Palace of the Dead, trying to get as far as we could, and we were mostly all DPS, and we were using Titan as the tank, and it worked all the way up to like the higher floors. We got well past 100. I can't still remember where we were even at. The progress may even still be there. I could probably check after this, because I never wanted to reset it. It was like a milestone. Then I was just so sad that we got so far to just not get any farther. But back then, it paid off having good defense. But now, the relevance of defense is even... It's much more worse than what it ever has been, believe it or not. Like, it is very bad as far as defense on a summoner these days. Much worse, for sure. Like, tanking isn't even an option bad even anymore. And again, you know, just doing certain things, having, you know, if you didn't have a tank buddy with you, being able to, like, pull the tank role, so to speak, as something that could take the damage was always nice. But yeah, it's 100% not even an option anymore. Like, Titan not only just sucks, but again, the defense of a summoner has gotten so horrible that I literally would never recommend it. You're gonna have a bad time. Let this sprint run out the rest of the way before I try to make that leap. I don't know, I could probably do it like this. Overshot it horribly. Yeah, that was very close. But yeah, for most conventional things, you know, I definitely wouldn't recommend being a summoner tank. But in things like, you know, just unconventional things that, you know, tend to like not necessarily need a real tank, but you could use the role to like have a better advantage. That was just an option that you used to be able to have. That's just out of the question now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I thought I overdid it there. Got all the bronze, and this is the last silver before the end there. That looks super hard over there. Oh, good deal. Yeah, not... I like how there's people over here that they do the same thing as me. It's like, yeah, we're not going for that. It's not worth it. But they cheer for the people that do. I think there's already people doing the Donnie Darko thing. I'm seeing a black rabbit head right here. It's a much more welcoming Donnie Darko face, I'll give it that. Give me a moment though, go grab a snack. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. Alright. I feel you, Rez. Donnie Darko's a good film. I enjoyed it, you know. I haven't seen it in years, but I enjoyed it. The sequel, not so much. I don't know if you've ever seen the sequel. It's about his sister. I didn't like it as much. It just felt like, you know how there's some of those films that you watch and you're like, this is really good, and then they make an unnecessary sequel and you're like, I know you did it, that you didn't have to. It's kind of the second film in the Donnie Darko series. Ugh. Like, I often want to rewatch Donnie Darko. I don't think I ever want to see Donnie Darko 2 ever again. I mean, I'm sure there's fans out there that like it as well. I just didn't like it. Took about, like, everything that Donnie Darko was and made it what it wasn't. Or what it should have never been. Be that as it may, though, that's just me, though. We all have our own preferences. Alright, we're gonna get this out of the way. Then, Rez, even you, Zombie, do either of you want to try to do the weekly raid? The Edenscape stuff, I haven't done it at all this week, and I was hoping I could get it done before the reset. Oh man, that's one way to tell me I don't have it. But, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but we'll see. I had a 54, now a 306. What are we gonna get this time? Try it. A 10,000! Very nice. Always get excited about a good old 10,000. Nice little MGP run for the nut. It's a lot of movies, to be honest. Yeah, I feel you. You heard about it, but didn't really have an interest to see it. I don't recommend it. 688,829. Nice. But yeah, as far as the sequel goes, I don't recommend it. It's not good. Man, yeah, Zombie, that's very true. A lot of films randomly just want to make a sequel because I guess they was like, they figured out they had a fan following or a cult following, and they're trying to like really like, I don't know, really buy in on that market, I guess. And sometimes they'll mess a series up, you know? It was Jake Gyllenhaal's actual sister in the movie. Really? I didn't know that. It's interesting. We came here for a specific reason. Ah, yes. What up? Oh. Oh, I can't give you... What's the use? Geraldine? You can do the raids? Nice. I kind of feel that way with the second Mortal Kombat film. That sounds bad, but, I really like the original one from 1995. And there was another one in 1997 that was released. And, gosh, I like them both, don't get me wrong. But, I literally recently rewatched them after I beat Mortal Kombat 10 and started playing 11. Even before I even started playing 11, I wanted to go back and watch the old Mortal Kombat, and I still love it so much. It is so good to me. But I went back even more recently, and, watched, shit, what is all this stuff? What is that? Flower crown. Oh, okay, it's like a giant chest. That makes more sense. Anyway, And I love the first one still, it's so good. But then I tried to go back and watch the second one, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish it. Let you hang on to your gil, actually. They don't have much. They got like 800 between the two of them. No, much more than that. Like a little over 11, almost actually. 12,000, but not quite. Okay, let me switch over to the summoner before we I'm actually gonna go repair some gear, then switch over to the summoner, possibly repair gear again, and then finally invite you to the party, and we'll get this started. No, come on now. There we go. That's the good stuff. Wonder if I've got anything. Nope. Don't really need to repair, but I will. Sindel was really good. Oh yeah, in the movie? It's weaker than the first, yeah. See, I know exactly what you mean. Like, the I don't want to call it cosplay, but the character's specifics, so to speak, on how everything... This is what I didn't like in a breakdown. It was the 90s, and I already gotta admit, a lot of the CGI that they were using was before their time. So I'll say that. But some of it could have used a little updating. I think what happened was their cast. They were paying a little bit more for the cast and a little less for the CGI. But be that as it may, it was still really good for its time. This is my real critique with the second film. One, I like the casting. But I didn't like that they replaced Sonya Blade. The actress in the first film I feel like was better in the first and the second. They replaced Johnny Cage. They also killed him. Sorry, huge spoiler, but it's been out for years. If you haven't seen it at this point, I'm sorry. But Jax was a strong replacement. I actually love that they replaced Jax and made him much more prominent to the story in the second one, so that was something I loved. But the writing, I feel like, in the second film was just a little off. Like, I liked Shao Kahn. I liked him and I hated him. I liked the actor. I hated his scripting. His scripting was just so off to me. I do like the second film still. It's not completely bad to me, don't get me wrong. I still love it. But after watching them, like, to this day, you know, in this age now, and then watching the first one and go immediately to the second one, there's just, like, so much that they didn't have to change that they changed, and things that they changed that were better, but then left just so many places that could have been improved, and then adding a little details that were unnecessary as well. So many great one-liners. Oh, yeah. Not Wolf 2. Oh, yeah, Not Wolf was amazing. I loved I didn't like... They shouldn't have done the animalities, though. Not Wolf, yes. 100% the whole animality teachings. But the Liu Kang Shao Kahn animality battle at the end of the film, oh god. Oh jeepers. When I was a kid, that was the greatest thing in the world. As an adult watching it now, I'm like, wow, did they even put this in here? It's not even good. Ugh. And yeah, just so many one-liners with Shao Kahn. And a lot of the cast really, but Shao Kahn, it's just, his scripting was just so bad. I like the actor, you know, I like the actor. I don't even know anything else that he's really in. He just kind of like, he had like the build, he had the face, just so many like good things that worked, but I don't know, maybe it was the actor, you know, maybe the actor just couldn't do the role as well as he should have been able to. I don't know, I really don't, but something about him is just so off to me. But yeah, I love the addition of Jax. I loved the addition of Notwolf. I loved the addition of Cyrax. Gosh, I feel like there was a little bit more they added as well that I was just like, oh, they had Ermac. They had wait, was it Ermac? Was Ermac in it? I want to say he was, but I can't remember now. I know Rain was in it. And again, like you said, Sindel was a really great addition. The actress looked the part. They really, you know, nailed her scenes as far as like her abilities in the game. They changed Raiden as well. That was when I left off. Raiden, although I gotta admit, I don't know, I might like Raiden, much like Jax in the second film, better than I did the first film. I don't know, but I think I do. The first film Raiden, he was good. Second film Raiden, he did more. He is a little bit better. Cheesily written and not even good cheese. Yeah, I think that's the biggest factor in it all. I feel like they really found like a certain crew that I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know why it happened with the writing in the second film. A lot of it, I think, had to do with them trying to push that CGI factor a little bit more, because I feel like you had all these fans that liked the first film, but they were probably in the 90s. They were like, why isn't Liu Kang doing more of his moves from the game? Or why isn't Johnny Cage doing more of his moves from the game? We get like one good kick and a crotch punch. Or, you know, Liu Kang, we get bicycle kick and one fire punch. Or Sonya Blade, you know, you had the whole thigh neck break thing. So I feel like that was probably a thing. People were probably out there gropping about not seeing enough of their abilities. So they were probably just like, you know what? Mortal Kombat Annihilation coming out. We're going to throw more CGI at him. We're going to give him some fatalities. We're going to, you know what? Screw fatalities. We're giving him animalities. And I feel like that's where it went wrong. You know, they probably took the backlash of the first film and they're like, we're just going to push it in the second film. It got even more cheesy, a little way too much CGI for the time that it was. And maybe the wrong places probably pushed as well. That had to be it. I don't know. This is a huge speculation of almost 20 years ago. And, again, I don't know. The original Raiden, he had that voice, you know, that was really good. The thing about the original Raiden compared to the other one that, where I can say I have the different standing point, was I liked the original Raiden because he had this voice that was nice, that it fit the Raiden role. It's not the high, or wait, it's not the low-voiced Raiden like we have in the newer games, where he's talking to Kung Lao and making sure that outer world is safe. Nothing like that, you know. He had this, we're gonna fight to protect the realm. Outer realm doesn't stand a chance. You know, he had that raspy voice, which kind of fit. I don't know, it was more eerie. But the writing of the first film, they didn't really have him do a whole lot, you know. And in the second film, they made Raiden much more active. He was immortal somewhat through part of the film as well, though. But I feel you, you know. I was partial to it at first until watching again just the other day. They made the other Raiden much more active. Maybe if they would have had the old actor in the second film, but made him more active, I would have liked him even more as well. But I think that's just what it is for me. It's probably not even the actor, it's probably just the writing. How Raiden was in the first film and he kind of gets the group together, but he really didn't have a big role. But in the second film, he had a bigger role and he was much more involved with everything in the film as well. So that's probably what it was for me. If they don't give Katana her fans, though, you will scream. Oh, and like the new one coming up? I'm wondering how the new film will be, honestly. It's supposed to be rated R. It's supposed to be more gory. It's supposed to have fatalities. I'm wondering exactly how it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be great. You should play MK11 though if you're a Katana fan. They actually do. Katana, Liu Kang, Kung Lao. Not going to give you any spoilers, but they do them some justice. They really do. I was really impressed so far. I'm only in the 3rd chapter of MK11 in the story. I actually did do a little bit of online play, and I've played through a few characters locally on multiplayer with my girlfriend. And I'm very heavily impressed with the game. Very good. And if you were a fan to like the OG series, you're going to like it a little bit more as well. There's a few newer characters, a few of the characters from MK10, but more classic characters as far as like the roster goes. So if you're more of a classic roster character fan, MK11 is definitely the game for you. It's... Unless you're one of the busty fans, I'll say that. Like, I know that a lot of people in the last few years have gotten a little mad at Mortal Kombat because they took the bustiness out of it. You know, they really toned down the sexuality of Mortal Kombat a lot. Especially if you started playing the PS2, PS3 era of it all. Where all these women, they got these big old, like, just jugs walking around, bouncing all over the place, half-dressed. In MK10 and 11, they really toned it down. Which, it's a video game for me, so I don't really look at it from that standpoint. But a lot of people did. And a lot of people were not that happy about it. So... that is the essence of things, you know, if it got changed up for you, but... yeah, in the new movie, I feel like they'll do that. The Tekken movie? I've actually had to fight myself not to. It was the same with the Street Fighter movies. I watched the Street Fighter movie from the 90s, which is... there's actually a sad story about the Street Fighter movie from the 90s. Gosh, what was the bad general dude's name? But I haven't watched any of the newer Street Fighter movies. But, 1994. Wow, I actually did not know that this movie came out before Mortal Kombat. But the guy that played... Bison, that was it. The dude that played him, he actually was very ill when he did the role, and he did the movie mainly for his kids. If you're a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, you probably checked it out. And if not, if you're a Street Fighter fan, you checked it out. Or if you lived your life in the 90s, you probably checked it out. But yeah. The guy Cabal with his annoying spinny dashback, yeah. This Tekken movie should burn. There's an anime Tekken movie. I actually didn't know that. A friend wasn't a big fan of it and actually gave it to me for free, which was pretty nice. And I would just like spend countless hours keeping the high score of the arcade, like, you know, the classic cabinet style arcade games. I would just sit in there, go every single week that my grandparents would just like, they would go to the mall and they would shop around and they'd just like let me have my little $5, so to speak. I wouldn't even spend the whole $5. I would actually go to this, there was a place right across from it, and it's more like diagonally from it, called China Garden, and I would get an order of sweet and sour chicken. And I would have my fried chicken and sweet and sour sauce, and I would go back over to the arcade and leave it just sitting there, and I would just like keep playing until I unlocked the bonus characters in the cabinet arcade. And I would just like continuously do that so much. It was like a weekend trend, like almost every Friday night and Saturday night, because my dad would also make a weekly trip to the mall as well in the next town over and let me do the exact same thing. Oh man, I used to love Tekken. And then, you know, I never played the 4th Tekken. I never played the Tekken tag team game either. But then I did play FIV. But FIV was the actual last one I actually played though. The old Tekken enemy, He died right after filming? Yeah. I've always heard that with, that they were actually, like, they had a, canon connection with, like, Yoshimitsu. I always heard that as well, Steven. I don't really know as far as that actually goes. And, yeah, I've actually never seen the anime film of Tekken either. It sounds interesting. But, yeah, I've always heard that there was a canon connection from Soul Calibur and from Tekken. And a lot of it had to do with, like, Yoshimitsu. I don't really know what though, so like don't quote me too much on anything, but that was always the thing that I'd heard, like Yoshimitsu was like technically the same character from not only Tekken but also Soul Calibur. I haven't actually played a lot of Soul Calibur either, so don't hate me on that one. But yeah, as far as the dude that played Boss, and yeah, I heard that he died like soon after filming Street Fighter, and the whole reason that he did the film was because he was taken ill, and his children were huge Street Fighter fans, which is really awesome. Who do I mean on Tekken? Yoshimitsu's clan watches over one of the fragments of the Soul Edge. To be honest with you, one of them was Yoshimitsu, and the other one was oh, what's his name? Eraserhead back in the day. Is it Jack? What is his name? Is it Jack? I think it's Jack, isn't it? Like, it's his hair's fallen mostly these days, but back in the day, back in the 90s, he was Eraserhead. Oh, man, I can't remember his name. I like Yoshimitsu a lot, too, though. I can't lie. I'm a huge Yoshimitsu fan. I liked martial law a lot when I was a kid as well. He just reminded me so much of Bruce Lee and of Liu Kang. Was his name Jack though? Gosh, it's gonna bother me now. He wore like the red suit back in the day, had like an eraser head. Recommend looking up info on Yoshimitsu. Explains why he looks different in every game. I've read something somewhat once before, but yeah, I could check something out. I would like to know a little bit more about his story for sure. Like I said, he was always one of my favorite characters. And like I never played a lot of Soul Calibur, and when I read that, I had a friend actually always recommend Soul Calibur. I played it a little bit. But it's never really been a game I really got into as much. I've just played it a little bit. It's like the best way now to put it. I still wish I could remember his name. Was it Jack? I feel like it was. So badly. Ah! I died. Okay, I'm looking it up. No, it's not the guy I'm thinking of. What was Eraserhead's name? Jack's the robot guy. Paul Phoenix, that's his name. Judo, what's up, Judo, and thank you for the host. But yeah, Paul Phoenix and martial law, then Yoshimitsu. Those were my three. Jax, yeah, I knew who you're thinking about, but that's not the guy that I actually met. Paul Phoenix, martial law, and Yoshimitsu. Those are my three Tekken characters. Loved Paul Phoenix. That was the guy I was trying to think of. I could remember Jax, but I couldn't remember his name completely. And I didn't know if he was the robot guy or if he was the guy I was thinking of. But Paul Phoenix, yeah, he was the one I was definitely thinking of. Old Racerhead from like Tekken 2, which he's in other games as well. Again, his whole Racerhead thing's kind of like toned down over the years, but Paul Phoenix, martial law, and Yoshimitsu, those are my Tekken characters. I don't really have a real main, but if I did, it would probably be Paul Phoenix though. If not, Yoshimitsu. I would normally play Yoshimitsu a lot though when I was younger. I just always liked his gameplay. Reminded me of a pretty classic Mortal Kombat feel too. I thought I actually had more orb on. I guess not. Shit. But yeah, if you had to know my arcade cabinet style gameplay character, it was 100% Paul Phoenix though. On console back in the day, PlayStation 1, and even on FSH. No, I'm thinking of Street Fighter when I say FSH, but yeah. Barely got that in time. Barely. But yeah, I still love Paul Phoenix. I don't know. Big old place in my heart for Paul Phoenix. Shit. Join for the next one? Sounds good. So, Steven and Rez, what's your pick when it comes to your main as far as Tekken goes? Like, my not only, like, my 3 in Tekken is definitely, again, Paul Phoenix, martial law, and Yoshimitsu. Mortal Kombat, it's always Smoke, Kung Lao, and then Raiden. I can even do Street Fighter, but Street Fighter is super biased. I can't remember his name, the electric dude, and then Ryu. There's like the only two I really like to play with the most. I'm gonna have to take a very quick restroom break after this, but I'll get you right in here, zombie. Give me just a moment, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. So, martial law and forest law were both meant to be Bruce Lee. I could see that. Li Wulong is Jackie Chan. You played Ling Zhaolu. Wulong and Eddie Gordo. Eddie Gordo sounds more familiar to me than a lot of those. In Tekken 6, you played a little bit of Bruce, Irvon, and Alicia. Or Elisa? That's cool. I don't know if I even played 6. I feel like I did, but I also feel like it might have been in an arcade, not at home. It's been a little while since I played Tekken. What is the electric dude's name I was trying to think of in Street Fighter? Blanca! How did I forget that? Blanca. Blanca was probably next to Ryu my most favorite when I was younger. Love some Blanca. Especially if you actually knew how to use his moves, right? And a lot of us know me already when it comes to like Mortal Kombat. My favorite characters are like the teleporting characters. It's always my jam. I think that's why I like Yoshimitsu so much. He kind of like has a Mortal Kombat feel to him when I play Tekken. Kind of the same with Blanca. Blanca reminds me of like an upgraded version of like which don't hate me for this. A lot of people are Baraka fans, but Blanca reminds me of an upgraded version of Baraka. And I'm not the biggest Baraka fan, but I get similar feels out of both of their gameplay. Kind of like that, like weird, like just beast-like fighting style, I guess. I don't know. While we wait on this, though, I'm actually gonna make use of my time and do a little beast drop quest stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do this first. I'm gonna go to Le Dalaran and do the Pixies, which is all rinse and repeat. Then I'll head over to Finale and fly over and do the Kitari beast trap quest right after. He has a lot of tricks, I feel you there. I love Yoshimitsu as well, though. I don't know, like I said, he always just reminded me so much of like a Mortal Kombat character, I think, is what really got me with him. Okay, so the first one is like right over here. Might as well just get it out of the way. I feel like I knew that. I know that he also had like a sock out move that did that as well, so that may be the one I was thinking of. I feel like I knew that though. But like I said, I feel like he just has like a sock out move. I could be wrong though. That he also has as well though. Like almost like a played possum kind of thing. Okay, both of the next two are to the north of here. You know, speaking of MK11, without getting any spoilers out there, I gotta say, if there's a character that I like more, which usually they keep him about the same, but they changed him for the better, Kotal Khan, I hated in Mortal Kombat 10. Love Kotal Khan in 11, though. He has a Psych-Out move, too? Oh, I thought so. I thought I could remember that. It's making me actually want to find an arcade that's got some cool tabletop cabinet style Tekken. It's been so long. Okay, something around this area here. Ah, I see it. But he can stab himself twice and die. Manji dance. Stabs himself and spins. I think I remember that one as well. I'm unsure though. It sounds familiar. I know he had actually a lot of spinning attacks though, and I remember that a lot. Or at least I think I do. I know there was like one where he like sat down and he could like spin around and stuff. And like maybe one where he turned upside down or something. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've played some Tekken. Was that all of them? Suppose so. Okay. Yep. Let's finish this up really quick. Oh yeah. Almost forgot. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long with this queue. Again, I would still like to actually do a little roulette action with the gunbreaker, if possible, tonight before I get out of here. Ooh, looks like we're just waiting on some tanks. I've been tempted to do a tad bit more Tim Tim the last few days. Kind of like grind the Tim Tim of just I mean, not taking place of Final Fantasy XIV, nothing like that. I've got too much progress I need to actually make in here, especially with just in like basically 10 days now, Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out, and not like 7 days from now, the Fallout 76 Wastelanders DLC. So not exactly taking a break as far as things go, but like doing an extra stream maybe like midday. I've got a lot of free time on my hands, and thought about doing something like that. They would do it as soon as I go fisherman. Okay, let's do this. Oh. So has anybody been curious about like the live action Final Fantasy XIV thing? Old news, I know. We've talked about it before on here, but I actually have not heard any news from it whatsoever. Last time we heard it was like things that were going to be revolving more around Sid in this, and I've been really curious if they're going to be releasing any more of it, like any more information, which a lot of things going down with this whole COVID-19 thing is probably making it a lot more difficult to do stuff, but I've been so curious about how things are going to go, what they're going to do, what part of the story. Is it before the calamity, is it after? Which I'm naturally assuming it's probably beforehand. Oh, jeepers. Oh, we were way too close to each other. I should have spread out a little bit more, but I didn't want to kill anybody. I also thought that we were perfectly spread apart, but I think that other person thought the exact, yeah, it looks like they thought the exact same thing. I think we both thought that we were far enough apart, but you know, I've been super excited about the upcoming Star Wars movie coming to DVD. I've been very excited about that. Well, DVD and Blu-ray. I'll end up buying it on Blu-ray, but actually today was the day that it happened. I'll probably pick it up Thursday. I need to restart watching Star Wars all over again, get my feels up. But yeah, oh man, so definitely stoked for Star Wars. I've already seen The Rise of Skywalker. But I really want to watch it again. It's such a good film. I really loved, like, a lot of people didn't like the newest part of the trilogy. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I loved it. It really isn't a film that I just, like, don't like, to be honest with you. Like, a lot of people hate Episode 2. You know, I'm actually partial to Episode 2 as well. It's not my favorite, but I like it a lot. Honestly, my favorite's probably Return of the Jedi, if I have to be more specifically honest. But I don't know, I really like Revenge of the Sith as well. It's really good. Either Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith is my favorite. But yeah, just so excited to be able to start the Star Wars series all over, watch it from beginning to end in the original trilogy to like the new trilogy, from past to present, just the whole works of things. I'm so excited to be able to do it. Uh-oh. I need a partner! Oh, jeepers. I'm gonna die. Yep, I died. I was like doubled up on ads there, so not really a whole lot I could do, unfortunately. jeepers. Going pretty decent. A few hiccups, you know, a few speed bumps, nothing too bad. Oh, jeepers. Oh, I died. Tell me I got that healer up, though. I did a swift cast. Yes, I did. Okay, thank goodness. Come back to life, though. What are you doing? Good deal. Got the healer up at least. The healer was like my main goal there. I did die trying to do it. I've noticed these healers don't like to resurrect. There we go. Oh wow, I literally didn't get it. It's something I preach a lot, I'm not going to get into now, but I will say resurrection without a heal, kind of pointless. It's like a two-parter thing you gotta commit to. They did go down though, to be fair, so this other healer just doesn't seem to be on it. Zombie or res, I recommend definitely LB3. We got it. Cast it. There you go. Oh, it was Samurai, I think, that did it. Good deal. Got real bumpy. It really did. But, it worked out. Thankfully. Two more, and zombie res. If you don't feel like getting on those, I totally understand. And if you want to, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them up. Just, if you don't feel like it, just let me know. Also gonna try to switch to the Fisherman really quick and try to get this out of the way here for the Beast Tribe quest stuff. Just gonna quickly just blast through them. I slightly feel so bad because I slightly feel like I'm the only person currently super excited for the Star Wars film to come to Blu-ray and DVD. I wonder how long it'll take to go to Disney Plus. I'm also wishing The Mandalorian would come out with a new season. Like, we have to wait all the way till this fall, which I'm really hoping it's not getting delayed because of all this COVID-19 stuff, but I guess we'll see. I'm really hoping not, though. Gosh, I really do love The Mandalorian. It was such... I say it was because, I mean, I watched everything in relevance week to week, and we get a long way to go until we get new episodes, but I can't wait until we do. So many times you almost done that far. Without denser hills and shields, you would have, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. That was a weird time. Both of our... I feel like neither one of our healers that we had in that last round were... I don't want to say that they were bad, but they definitely had some ulterior motive that they were trying to focus in on. And neither one of them necessarily wanted to be just straight healer. So it was interesting. Can't wait, you too? Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Gosh, the new, just both of them, honestly, the Rise of Skywalker. I just really want to watch it again, and really want to watch the whole series all over again, and then once again, you know, The Mandalorian. I really want to see the continuation of that story. Really loved The Mandalorian, loved the direction they went, loved how, just everything about it, really. The Mandalorian was great, and really want to see the next continuation part of that story so badly. I got a random craving right now. It's because of a YouTube video I watched earlier. Like, I saw you both talking about ice cream, but honestly, I want some bagel bots right now. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've had some bagel bots. I'm craving two random things. I've been craving like Taco Bell all day, but bagel bots and Taco Bell. Oh man. If you've never had bagel bots, you gotta try it someday. Bagel bots, man. It's a classic from the 90s. Is it dinner? Is it breakfast? Who knows? Who cares? It's pizza anytime. There was a different saying for it, but it was around those lines. That's my version. I slightly made it up. It's somewhere around that, but yeah. Oh man, bagel bots. I wish I had some right now. Bagel bots would be really nice, I feel ya. You had pizza tonight. Awesome. Awesome. Pizza's always great. Bagel bots right now. I don't know what it is. Like I said, there was a YouTube video I watched earlier. And it's just... when I watched it, believe it or not, I didn't even want them. Now that it's christened on me, you know, it had the It's settled in on my mind and my stomach. I wish I had some bagel bots. Gosh, I also wish my allergies were not so horrendously bad. Gosh, I've had such an awful time this allergy season. I can't even sneeze without people thinking that I've got something going on. Did it too early. Was that it? That was it. Nice. Pretty much in a good sense of time as well. Just gonna, like, do the fast way travel to Finale for now. No pun intended. Finale. Also, gonna slightly use this to my advantage. Great time to go grab a snack. We're not in the queue just yet, and if we do, I'll come running back, believe me. But, give me just a moment. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. If you just heard me blow my nose, I'm also sorry. That was loud but necessary. Your allergies have been bad too? Didn't even know you had any. They did a social distance delivery, really? Social distance delivery. There's actually a lot of places doing that right now. A lot of them are, I don't know if it could be different from what Rez is talking about, but if my knowledge is correct on this, I've seen it a lot actually in the US here. As far as social distance delivering, you can actually order not only just fast food but groceries, and get them delivered to your door basically. People, you pay for them in advance, and they let you know when they're being delivered. And they deliver them, and that's basically it. They leave it at your door, or inside of your complex, if you're like an inside apartment complex building optional top deal. And yeah, you don't really have a whole lot to worry about as far as things go. I've seen a lot of fast food places doing that as well. Yeah, it's basically what I was thinking for this. Yeah, I've seen that a lot here in the US. And like I said, if you like live in like an apartment complex type deal, like whether it be like an indoor apartment complex or like the old outdoor-esque apartment complex deal, it's basically the same thing. They like leave the package outside your door and make sure you get it, and then bada boom, bada bang, it's over with, and they leave. A lot of fast food places are doing that here in the US right now. But again, you know, a lot of like commercial grocery people are doing that as well as far as things go. I've seen as well. Fun, fun. Okay, that's all my Beast Trap Quest stuff out of the way. Probably so, Rez. Honestly, as introverted as the world is now, the fact that they've made things much more introverted now, not only just for the convenience of introverts, but also to the fact of COVID-19 coronavirus-esque things, indefinitely this is going to change our lives indefinitely for the future. Not just, you know, delivery and things like that, just of things that are going on in the world. And it's so much easier to be aware of things that I feel like even after this, not just that, but so that just don't actively already wash their hands. Holy shit! How have you made it this far? E. coli and salmonella haven't got you. I don't know if corona will, but I mean, gosh, if there's anything that can be taken away, at least it's that. Wash your hands. But also, I mean, it blows my mind. I hope it's at least something, but another thing I feel like social distancing. Being an introvert is nothing that's uncommon these days as well. The rise of social media has made people much more active online rather than socially in public. So there's that. Locked away for 2 months, away from society, it's going to have an effect on you, and it's easy to let that effect be long term, and I feel like that's going to end up happening for a lot of people as well. Right in the middle of saying holy shit. Luckily, it didn't affect me, but that is funny. I really am glad that a lot more people are washing their hands, though. It makes me a little sad, though, that it came to something like this where people actually had to have a notion or reason to wash their hands more often. Oh, man, I was talking to one of my friends about it just the other day. It's just the fact that people were not already washing their hands is just a little saddening. Zombie! You should go ahead and hide the bunny and see if I can find it. Sounds like a fun game to me. Hide the bunny. I almost wish we all had one where you could just like continuously just keep hiding the bunny. I love this, but at the same time the fog makes it so much more difficult. We need to be cleaner, people. I agree, totally. I'm a little saddened though at the fact that, if I'm being quite honest, I was watching a thing earlier today. It was a video of New York, which if you live here in the US, you know that New York is the place here where it's hit us the hardest. And they're like, a lot of the people are being asked to reuse their gowns, which is super unsanitary, obviously. And not only that are they being asked to reuse their gowns, they're being forced to not use hand sanitizer because it's inexistent in their areas. They're relying on donations and specific deliveries from other branding. And not a lot of it's coming in as much as they need it to be. Like, New York here in the US it's sad. Like, it's super sad. Like, I feel a very strong way about this. Like, 3 months ago, we should have been preparing for this. There's countries now that it hasn't hit very hard, and they're going full lockdown, which I wish the US here would have done. But we're at that point here in the US now where there's certain areas, again, such as New York, where it's sad. I'm not going to go into details. I'm really not. But it's messed up. It's sad. It's the year 2020. And we're acting like it's straight up 1820 out here. And there's no excuse for us to be at the position that we're in right now. There really isn't. There's so many politicians, so many people, from the Surgeon General to the politicians to the military to actual doctors, that they want to have this point the finger game. And I'm gonna drop this quick. I really will. But we're at a point it's 2020. The fact that nobody prepared for this and they were laughing it off just 3 months ago because it was affecting China so hard, and so many memes rose around it. And some of the memes, I get it, would lighten the mood. Some of the memes would make it just ease the moment up so you didn't think so badly about it. But look at where we are now. Memes aren't to blame, though. Memes, they probably did lighten the mood. I'll leave it at that. And I'm not going to go too harshly into it all. And not going to be segregated about it all either. Or even, a hypocrite as far as things go. Because some things even I joked about and still do in certain cases, just to make a lot of the situation. But nonetheless, 3 months ago, things should have been taken into an account and taken much more seriously where we are. Spain became the next Italy, but the US is so close to surpassing China to becoming the next Spain, and who knows, maybe even the next Italy as well in this situation. And it's super sad. And it's super messed up. If there is anything that can be taken, I'm glad cleanliness is going to be a thing that is going to be a thing taken by people as well. But I feel as if so much of this whole pandemic we're going through could have been avoided if it would have been taken a lot more seriously just 3 months ago. Our government didn't take it seriously. They didn't at all. It comes down to the arrogance of the Western word. Yeah. No kidding. I mean, you have people out here doing coronavirus challenges right now, like going around licking random fruit, licking toilet seats, just so many absurd things as well that people just like still aren't taking it seriously enough. Like the US here is so close. Like, we have the most active cases in the whole world. We're over half the rate of the deaths in China. Spain is increasing horribly right now, unfortunately, and Italy has horribly spread much more than everybody else. But the whole US, especially New York, is suffering immensely. And even in my area, it's just now affecting my area. Like, it's been here. It's been all around us. Just last week, they were not taking it seriously because they were saying that 50 counties in my state didn't have the coronavirus, so they didn't see a point of shutting down the state. And now we're at the point where even my job is being affected. So, it's insane how many people have taken it so lightly. Too late and too behind to... Yeah, I've literally heard that as well. From a doctor at Yale earlier today had an interview. And he was saying that they have some homebrew remedies that's working on, like, critical... Well, not highly critical patients, patients that are on the verge of becoming critical, which is still technically mild, but surpassing mild. But they have remedies that are helping them out without ventilators, but there's still no antibodies, no antibiotic, no cure. So it's still so serious, and there's still more people not taking it serious, and we are so far behind now. 3 months ago, we should have been on top of this. And against the year 2020, we're so far in technology now that we should have been on top of it like right from the start, but that's sadly not the case. We're at this point now where there's literally, like, New York, back to the example, they're having to choose from the elderly to the most likely to live. They have no supplies out there, so they're at the point now where they're having to choose, is this person gonna live longer than this person if they get the cure? Which is technically no cure. It's just hopes and dreams. So it's like, if I put the ventilator on this 31-year-old man who's gonna live to be possibly 64, or put the ventilator on this 64-year-old who might not live anyway, who am I gonna go with? And they're not risking it with the riskier patients. They're just going ahead and giving it to the people they know will survive throughout all of this. So they're literally having to pick likely to survive versus not as likely to survive in this situation, which is insane to think that we could be living in the year 2020, and that is a choice that's being made to something that could have been much better mitigated to where it is now. It's just, it's immensely insane. You hit it? I'll find it, zombie. Let's make much more light of the situation. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to hit this next raid tonight. I might have to, like, do, like, maybe one quick roulette here in a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. See if I can find this bunny first. Let's make light of all this. Time to find the rabbit. I'm gonna go first person for this. It seems appropriate. Rez is coming in for the fun. Did you already find it? I've already got a theory. And it was wrong. Okay. I thought maybe behind that. Not quite. I'm only naturally assuming that it's down here. I don't really know, but I'm again naturally assuming.
Children of the land and service, why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust?
Did you actually hide it down here? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to give hints. I'm guessing you did. I'm guessing Rez already saw it, and I have not.
This I fear I'll never know.
What up, Minato? How's he going? Wasn't very creative, huh? Are you staring at it? Did I just miss it? Is this on repeat in here? I have no clue. Yeah, me either. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know, Zombie. I think you might have been a little clever. I don't see it anywhere. This is definitely on repeat. What is going on in here?
Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing life.
Gotta be upstairs. I feel like maybe. You did hunt it down there. Really? Had a rough start of your day, but I'm glad it got better, Minato. Okay, this thing's got a carrot. I know that much. That's about all that I know, though. Going back to first person. Might have to hit you up with a Ollie Ollie Oxen free. I'm not seeing it anywhere, Zombie. I think you did a better job than what you think you did. I don't see a little rabbit anywhere. Like, I see the one on the table, but I know that's not it. That's... the one right here is a part of that conundrum of Easter candies. Are you staring at it? Chocolate fountain. Is it in the urn? It is! Oh man, I would have never found it. It's perfectly nestled inside the urn. That's actually a really good hiding spot. I would have never found that. To be fair, I thought you put it out in the open. I didn't even know you could place things inside of this. It's actually a really good hiding spot. Like I said, I would have never found that. That was a good hiding spot, Zombie. I would possibly want to place it maybe somewhere much more in the open now, but that's a really good spot. It's up to you, though. If you want to leave it in the urn, who knows? Who knows who will actually go over to the urn and maybe try to figure that out later on. It's all good, zombie. Too easy. The hint was the easy part, I guess you could say. It was actually really good hide and spot, in my opinion. Gosh, we're waiting on 2 healers, and we should get it. I don't know how long it's gonna take though. We've been in this queue for quite a while. I may not get to the roulette tonight. We'll see. So Minato, you're possibly excited for the new Nair game? If you've looked into it anymore, I don't know. Maybe you haven't, but I'm definitely excited about it. It looks nice. Hit a little Christmas guy. Is it this one? If not, then I'm probably not sure. What is the Christmas guy, if anything? If a hint is allowed. I see the rabbit now. That one? Yeah. I've seen that one for a while. I mean, it looks good though. It blends in very well. Looks interesting. Yeah. I'm wondering how... I'm hoping it plans out and plays pretty well. I mean, I actually looked up its original trailer last night out of curiosity, and it looks really nice. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Wow, the sync that you got in on that zombie is impeccable. You're in the same lane. Maybe we'll get the next 2 healers pretty soon. I really hope so. I don't want to have to call it too soon. We're kind of at that like questionable point there of like people already having their weekly clears to people that haven't. Let me quickly do something in the background and I'll be right back.
Let
Okay, still hasn't popped just yet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully. So, anybody else a little excited for anything coming up? Sorry about the yawn. Finally! Okay, I was getting a little skeptical. I didn't know if it was gonna pop. Probably not gonna get to the roulette tonight. I really wanted to, but I really want to try to finish up this this raid thing. We'll see. I might do one tonight. I might do the trials, if anything. Last night was very interesting though, so we'll see. Pretty decent so far. DPS keeping it up. Did not go the way I planned, but it's okay. Oh shit, I died. Yep. I was so good and I had to fucking cast a move. Just teleporting myself off the fucking side. I forgot that when you cast, for some reason it turns you around. Forgot all about that. Though it kind of looks like we may not have had the enough time to actually finish this one this time, unfortunately, anyway, so might be okay. Nope, did not have enough time. Yeah, I kind of saw that happening. I'm getting somewhere. Dill. At least everybody's alive. son of a bitch. I was so lined up. At least I thought I was. I thought I was. Okay. Wait till after this, and... Seriously, I literally just came back, no invulnerability. Okay, wow. Makes me already wonder if it's even fucking worth it. Like, I mean... Guess we'll see. %. We're getting there. I'm off the fucking arena again. Fuck! We're almost there. 18%. Being so close is almost annoying. Hopefully the last bit won't be too bad. I'm probably not gonna do Roulette tonight though. It's getting pretty late. Been on here for a while. Kaiichi! Mainline Final Fantasy music in it? Where am I with Corona? Kaiichi, glad you could jump in. As far as the coronavirus is good, I don't have coronavirus, so there's that, thankfully. But I'm in a state where it is very, it's become much more apparent. I live in Georgia in the U.S., and my job has been affected by, you know, very prominently, actually. I don't work any day this week, unfortunately. Which I'm glad, you know, to no spread of the virus, but I do need to work, you know, that is a thing, unfortunately for me. And, yeah, I mean, I'm doing okay. Could be better. But, hopefully you're doing pretty well yourself. And thank you for asking. Yeah, you know, I'm safe. Like I said, my job's been affected, unfortunately, this week. But thank you so much for the concern, though, and for popping in tonight. You know, jumping in on thing. Lockdown in the UK. Yeah, I heard the UK was I mean, I hate to say it, but better safe than sorry when a lot of the things come as far as lockdown goes. The US has been very late, honestly, sadly, as far as a lot of that goes. And to hear other countries taking it much more seriously, it's honestly kind of nice. The US did not take it seriously enough, in my opinion. And we're at a state where I feel like we're almost too late to even worry about anything. It has to almost basically probably run its course here in the US. 80% of wages are paid here. Yeah, that's definitely not the case here. Still just me. You know, the government, we have like some sort of stimulus check coming in the next 2.5-ish weeks, 2.5 to 3-ish weeks. And it's only like, for me, a lot of people are getting like $1,200 from me. I think I get somewhere between $600 and $1,000. So yeah, that's what single stimulant to the economy is worth around here in crucial times, I suppose. It's not much. Financial support? No, we don't really get much of anything. Very little support is coming to anybody here in the US. We get a stimulus check that isn't very much at all, and my job's actually putting us all on unemployment, and that's around like, gosh, it's not even a fraction of what I'm actually make day to day at my job. So yeah, it's not that great when it comes to things. Am I off all week? Yes. I don't go to work at all any this week, sadly, zombie. Can't work from home? Other than streaming, no, unfortunately I cannot. That's also another sad thing. The only thing that I can do is actually stream. That's basically all I got as far as working from home. But yeah, my job is it is what it is, I suppose. I don't know how to put it. But yeah, I don't really I don't get to work this week, sadly. It provides some revenue, not quite enough to pay the bills though, unfortunately, Kaiichi. I don't get enough donations or have enough subs for that, unfortunately. It helps out, but if you're not sure how like the whole system works, a lot of it like on YouTube and Twitch, you have to reach a certain threshold before you even get paid. And sadly, through all this, I haven't been able to meet the threshold, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not really getting paid, but I'm gonna be trying to do more the best I can, I guess.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
But yeah, zombie, I am off all this week. I work next week, and from what I've been told earlier today, I might be off the week after next as well. They're just trying to mitigate the hours between everybody, and basically they're doing one shift a day where I work, where we are usually 3 shifts a day. So things are definitely changing.
Resplendent ice.
Keep grinding, it'll come. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to keep the grind up. No doubt, Kaiichi. I really want to start doing even more, you know, this week. Like, I'm not gonna be at work. It seems like the perfect time to try to do something, you know. Hopefully it does work out for the better, though.
freeze.
YouTube will be a good way. I really hope so. Like, I definitely don't plan on quitting the streams, but, yeah, I feel you. YouTube's basically my secondary source. You know, YouTube and Twitch as well. Okay. Holy shit.
The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Oh man, that sucks. One of our healers, it seems, has DC'd or quit, but we're still kind of hoping for the DC aspect. We'll be back, but yeah. So Kaiichi, of all people to ask, have you seen the latest Pokemon movies? Like Detective Pikachu, or even the Pokemon I Choose You film? Or the Mewtwo Returns remaster, I guess you could say? Have you played any monster games in relevance? You like Gen 1 Pokemon as a kid? I had to ask, you know. You of all people. Oh man. That sucks. I feel like we need a new healer. Grand Blue Fnatic versus... That's cool. I feel like you missed out only like in Gen 1 though. I feel you on not having much time to play games though. Like I feel you 100%. Especially these days for myself. Like I have certain moments where I get to play more games often than usual, but 32. I feel you. In just a few years, like I'm 6 years behind you there as far as Pokemon. I grew up in the same era. Like my first Pokemon game, like my brother had red, I had blue, and we both had to share the yellow version, which was just as hard as you think it would be. It was very hard. And yeah, I totally understand. But I've played every Pokemon game pretty much since then, though, except for the latest 2 games. I didn't play Ultra Sun, I didn't play Ultra Moon, I didn't play Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee, and I haven't played Sword or Shield. But I've played every other Pokemon game within existence. But I feel you though. A lot has changed since back in the day, you know. I definitely played Red, Blue, and Yellow. I even played Green. I even played the remake of Red, Blue, and Yellow, the Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I feel so much has changed since then, you know. Wasn't your jam post those games? I understand the DBZ. I've kind of really honestly been wanting to play the Kakarot games, the latest DBZ games, but I did actually play my fair share of the Legacy of Goku back in the day for sure. But yeah, I've actually been wanting to play the Kakarot game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, PC and such. Can't bring yourself to... I can also understand not being able to bring yourself to play another DBZ game. As much as I love Dragon Ball Z as far as nostalgia goes, I was a huge Budokai fan. My favorite game was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. And they have not made a game like that since, so I get that as well. Honestly, I'm much more of a... You know, obviously I'm a Final Fantasy fan. And also a Mortal Kombat fan, and so many, like, if you follow my channel, it's easier to see. A JRPG and an RPG fan is much more like my status as far as the things I'm mostly into. Shit. But I feel you there, all the way. Yeah, great game. I feel you, for sure. Playing the same story over and over and over, like DBZ in general, yeah, it does get old. No, I never did play the Lunar RPGs, or JRPGs to be exact, Kaiichi. Sound interesting, though. Definitely sounds interesting. Oh, jeepers. Did not make it. Nope. Not a lot of hills going on right now.
The light shall usher in peace.
What Final Fantasy VII Remake Edition did I buy? It was the digital special, whatever. You know, the digital special edition, or whatever that is. I'm pretty excited about it, though. I didn't get a physical edition. It was the digital special, or the digital deluxe edition. That was it. Digital deluxe. I can't wait either, though, as far as it goes, for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh man, that game's gonna be just almost too good. Bought the final? That's cool. I can only imagine that it's amazing, though. Bought the original version of the game, always, but the digital and deluxe sold out in Europe? Really? I got really lucky, honestly. I didn't even buy it myself. My girlfriend actually ordered it for me, which I got very lucky with. But I feel you. I'm glad that I could actually get the digital deluxe edition. Never bought digital, really. What age did I play Final Fantasy VII? My original age, it's a two-parter, really, for my original age with Final Fantasy VII. The original time I'd actually watched it being played, I was 4 years old. It came out in 1997, and I actually watched it being played for the first time when I was about 4 years old. So probably out in 1998. I watched the original playthrough of it with my older brother. He's almost 3 years older than I am, but about, like 2 years and 7 months older than I am. So he knew how to read and played through the game a little bit sooner than I did. But actually played through it my first time and beat it my first time. I guess it was about, gosh, it had to be like 1999, honestly. So I was like 6 years old. First time I'd ever actually played through Final Fantasy VII myself. Yeah, my older brother was the one that, like, originally I couldn't even read the game. But 1999, I feel like was pretty much the place where I'd actually made my real implement in Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy realm, period. And I want to say, I was like about 6 years old when I actually got into all things.
Resplendent eyes, grant me strength.
Tom. I feel you. Hopefully, you have definitely a great morning / not there, Kaiichi. Definitely glad that you could pop in here, and hopefully the rest of your morning or night goes well. Definitely appreciate you popping in, though. Take care and stay safe as well, to you also, though. Definitely. Ah, shit. Yeah, I didn't make that. Oh, I didn't make this one either. I'm dead.
The light shall usher in peace.
Here we go.
Such power, I can't.
Drop by when you can. I feel you. Can't wait for then. And again, you take care and also stay safe as well, though. Definitely glad you could pop in, Kaiichi.
The light, it's too much for her to bear. Ugh, she won't last much longer. Enough of this. Power of darkness, answer my call.
Oh, and sadly, I already know I am not going to be able to do the roulette tonight. It's going to be probably the end for me.
Damn this light! Damn it all! Die, forgiven! Not on my future! to see what tomorrow will bring.
Good deal. So, thankfully, that was the whole raid. That was fun. But with that, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it. I wanted to do a little roulette tonight, but I'm very tired. I'm very hungry. It's 4:04 a.m. I've actually got to get up at a decent time tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I definitely had a lot of fun, and Rez and Zombie, thank you so much for helping out with the the Q-toms and everything. Thankfully, I don't really have anything else to do to the Beast Drop quest. I want to do a little bit more with the Gunbreaker, but it's not going to happen tonight, unfortunately. But it did have a pretty decent night, Got the hatching event out of the way, and, did so many other things with the, the Gunbreaker, the Summoner, and even also the Fisherman. But I'm going to have to go ahead and call it here again. I'm very tired. And, again, yes, Zombie, I'm off all week. I'm going to be doing more with the weekly vlog thing that I've got going on, and also tomorrow I'll be on streaming as well, pretty much about the same time, and hopefully you can catch me then. Gonna be trying to stream more, and also hopefully having a tasting with Tumbles coming out sometime this week, if not this weekend as well. But thank you so much for watching. I am going to get out of here, and thank you everybody that got in over on YouTube. Thank you for the subscribers and members over on YouTube. Everybody that gives the video a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And maybe even a playlist. Ooh, those are the special ones. Thank you so much. And everybody over on Twitch that actually, comments, that follows and subscribes there. And to all of the Patreon members, I definitely appreciate every single one of you, past and present. Definitely appreciate all of you. It's been a big help along the way for all the support of the channel. And if you want to stream yourself but don't know how to do it, there's multiple ways. But if you want to stream on multiple platforms, Restream's the way to go. You can find out more information on that in the description below. I definitely recommend it if you're wanting to stream on multiple platforms at the exact same time. But until then, and until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for all the help for everybody. And good night to you all. Until next time, I'm out of here. See you, Space Cowboy. Till next time.